So, how to be more attractive to women? Probably one of the most important skills for any man to have on the planet. However, 90% of the advice you see online, you know exactly what they are, right? They're not relevant at all to you as a Muslim or me. It's all about how you can sleep with like 50 girls in 1 month, how you can attract a new girl every week. That's pretty useless if you want to have a beautiful traditional marriage in like a mansion and a Muslim family. If that's your goal, then keep watching. Otherwise, I'm more than happy for you to click off. But we're going to cover 3 essentials in this video. And if you listen to all of them, I can guarantee you by the end of the video, you will become more attractive to women overall in every aspect. I want to talk about why this is important in the first place. You think that attracting women is like a Western thing, don't you? Start talking in a certain way, you start doing your hair a certain way, and now women will just be attracted to you, and that's a cool far thing because then you're gonna sleep with them. That's not what we're talking about here. Being attractive to women will allow you to have the best possible marriage later on, because it's gonna allow you to keep your wife thirsty for you the entire marriage, all the time. She's going to be as thirsty as I am right now because it's Ramadan and I'm sweating. But that's off topic. I don't even know why I said that. But you know what I mean, right? Like if you can create genuine attraction with your body language, with the things you say, with your work ethic, your wife is going to be attracted to you the entire marriage, not just at the start. Like a huge part of your life is dependent on how much you can make your wife and your family happy. So, without further ado, we'll get into the first category. Most people will tell you on the internet, be dark and mysterious. But I'm telling you to be happy and childlike. That might sound a bit ridiculous to you if you watch too many Sigma male videos. But I'm not going to try to force this idea onto you. You go out and you try these 2 methods and you're going to realize very quickly which one works better. If you are the kind of guy who's just happy, right? Like he's just smiling all the time, women will be so drawn to you. You will be really surprised. For some reason, women find like a happy man to be hot. Like if you walk around the street like this, you're doing like a bit of a stretch out, you're smiling, you're breathing. Women are gonna see that and they're gonna naturally become drawn to you in a really weird way. First of all, your body language. Obviously, if you are dark and mysterious, you're gonna be walking like this, right? But to be happy and childlike, which is what we want, you're gonna be walking like this. Your body language is more open. Your shoulders are back. You are standing more tall. You're just not afraid to show yourself. You are part of the community. You are part of the tribe. And biologically, women find the guy who's more like in tune with the tribe to be more attractive, because that's sort of like a safer bet. It's like a biological primal thing. I'm not going to get too much into that. But essentially, become a happy person every time before you go out, before you interact with a woman you want to marry. Become happy. Think of all the good things. Visualize all the good things in your life. Oh, alhamdulillah, I'm going to go to heaven. Alhamdulillah, I'm going to go to masjid tonight and hang out with my friends because it's Friday. Keep those things in your mind. This ties into my second point. Another thing that nobody's ever going to tell you online, but I will. Heal your trauma from your childhood. I'll tell you a little secret. 90% of Muslims have a whole ton of trauma built up in their bodies, in their minds, and they never heal it. Your family never healed it. That's why it sort of trickled onto you. Your family never healed it. That's why their marriage became dead after like 2 or 3 years. Because when you don't heal your trauma, and I hate to get like all monkey with this, but the energy doesn't flow. It's like a mental block, like a physical block where you want to express love, where you want to be yourself around the woman. But these things that you never dealt with from your past, they stop you from just loving your woman. Now, it works okay in the first couple of months because it's adrenaline. But after that, when you're talking about true love, where you and your wife become interconnected like one person, you can't do that until you heal your trauma. So how do we do this? Firstly, I'm going to get into my favorite part, which is going to be about breathing. Now, before you click off, trust me, this is like just by watching the next like 3-4 minutes of this video, you're going to feel like a better person. Essentially, because we've always been sort of tyrannized by our family, like our father, our mom, they were like, "Oh, Abdullah, what are you doing? Why are you being late to school? Why did you get bad grades? Have you not finished your homework?" We become scared of punishment. Sometimes it's physical, like in my case, sometimes it's just mental. Either way, your body comes into fight or flight response. It becomes like closed off. And you stop breathing as much as you can. You are subconsciously trying to make yourself less present, so the people that can punish you don't notice that you're there. Because if you are less present, then you're less likely to get attacked. Simple. So this is how most Muslims breathe, and this is how I used to breathe. That's how you're breathing right now, most likely. Now try this. Breathe all the way from your nose to the bottom of your stomach. Now I'm breathing slowly. Now I don't feel like running away. I feel really grounded. This is my space. I own this room. I own this house. I'm becoming a G. And by the way, this is going to help you later on in life, because majority of Muslims never become detached from their parents, because they always feel like they're dependent on them. They're not at home in their own house. They don't have their own house. So even when they move out, if they eventually do, they never really feel at home. They never feel like they are the king of the household, because in their childhood, they've been conditioned to be like the little bitch of the house. I didn't mean to swear there, I do apologize. But you know what I mean. Whereas when you start breathing correctly, you're not afraid. This is my room. This is your house. That's just one way of healing trauma. But this is like a whole science of itself called psychology. So you need to start overcoming your fears that have been set onto you by your family, particularly the fear of failure. This one is mostly put inside you by your mother, because most Muslim moms, because they didn't get enough love from their father, from your father, I mean, they became really anxious, and they put that anxiety, they put all that anxiety on your head. They made you feel like, oh, if I try this, if I try that sport, I'm going to fail. What if I fail? What if I mess up? What if I embarrass my family? What if this? What if that? So you just became a complete coward. Your job after watching this video is to go out and overcome each one of those fears. Do the things, and this is going to sound a bit horrible, but do the things that your mom would have stopped you from doing when you were younger. When she told you, oh, you might get hurt, you might get brain trauma, you might get this. Go and compete in the marathon. Who cares about injuries? Just go and compete. Go and join the martial arts gym. I've been saying this non-stop. If you've been watching my videos and you still haven't joined the martial arts gym, I don't know what's wrong with you. You go there, you get hit in the face, you punch people back, you become like fearless. You realize that just because you're getting hit, you might even get knocked out, put to sleep. You don't die. You just become stronger the next day. When you get that realization into your head, you're going to become a whole different person. You're not going to be afraid of anything. Just think about me, and I don't mean to brag, but just think about me making these videos. All the hate I'm getting from the Muslim community, everybody, like my family hates me for it. Everybody hates me for it. I don't care. Because I realized that just because people hate me for something, it doesn't mean I shouldn't do it. Just because it's unsafe, just because people in the street starting to recognize me, the hijabis, they're harassing me in the street, I'm not afraid. You know why? Because I overcame those fears that have been placed on me by my family. And that's why I'm able to speak truthfully and freely. Now, how does this help you with women? Very simple. When you talk to a woman, whether you are about to get married or you're already married, and you don't have any trauma, you don't have any fears, you're going to start talking with so much conviction and truth. Just think about me throughout this entire video. I'm saying things, and I'm not like second guessing anything I'm saying. It's all coming through naturally. Whereas if you try to make a video, you realize most likely you have to think about this, and then you're like, do I say it this way? Do I say it that way? Do I say this correctly? Whereas when you truly eliminate all those blocks, when you're talking to a woman, you're going to flow like a river. All these things, you're going to put it onto her and she's going to be like, oh, this guy, what is it about this guy? He's not afraid to be his true self. And especially if she's a Muslim woman, she's going to find this irresistible because she's never had a man like that in her life. It's like a beautiful new flavor that she's gonna try for the first time, and she's gonna love it. So that was the second one. Now the third one is to learn and understand female nature. If you're gonna take away anything from this video, let it be this one sentence: she's just a woman. If she says something stupid, if she tries to manipulate you, if she gets upset about something that's totally stupid, after you're married or before you're married, it's okay, she's just a woman, bro. That's all women are. If she lies, if she says, oh, I'm going to meet you here, but then she doesn't, she's not really lying, bro, because women, for them, truth is basically just how they are feeling in that moment. And because their feelings change, she might say, oh, I'm going to marry you 1 second. Next day, she might say, oh, you're a creep. Leave me alone. I don't ever want to talk to you. They're just a product of their feelings. They're not like a real thing, right? Like, a woman can say to you, I will never marry you. Leave me alone. You're a horrible human being. You're not my type. In 1 week time, she might be like, I want to marry him. He's the man of my dreams. If you play your cards right, you can literally make that happen. Because women, like, they literally just float like a leaf in the wind. If the wind blows this way, she's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm really happy. If it goes this way, it's like, oh, you're the worst person in the world. I can't live with you anymore. Whereas if a man like me, I say like, oh, I can't do this stupid YouTube thing anymore, I won't do it anymore, right? For me to say that, it would have to be based on like logical, factual, physical factors. Whereas for women, it doesn't have to be the case. If she feels a little bit sick today and she's making a video, and she's like, oh, like, I'm not feeling it. She might just say, oh, I hate making these videos. I don't want to make them anymore. She may not say it on a video, but she'll probably say it to her friends. Next day, she's going to be like, oh, I love making these videos. It's the best thing in my life. But they're not liars. And it doesn't make them bad people. It's just femininity. That's all it is. So what you have to realize with this statement is that women, when they say some sort of an insult to you, or she says like she doesn't like being with you, it's literally just her feelings at the time, and she, in a weird subconscious way, she's just testing you. So what you have to do is be like, oh, really, that's fine, come here. And then you just like give her a hug, and you start like playing with her hair and stuff. Now she's gonna be like, oh wait, never mind, I love you. That's all it takes. Like, you just flip a switch. Instead of being like caught up on, why did she say that? Why is she feeling this way? Why? It doesn't matter, because it's just feelings. They just come and go like the wind. You can't be sitting there and be like, why is the wind blowing this way? What is it, because the trees are there, because the ocean is there? You don't think that. You just react to it accordingly, right? So when a woman starts getting angry at you, you just like, okay, fine. And then you just give her love, and then you just redirect it. Like martial arts, you just redirect it and she just becomes nice to you. It's simple as that. Now, if you implement these 3 things, I can guarantee you're going to have a way better marriage than 99% of Muslims. I know that's a big claim, but I promise you I'm being 100% real as a man. Now, if you want more advice on this sort of thing, the first link in the description, Charismatic Muslim course / halal risk course. Just go check out what's included, and then come back to me and see if you want to buy it or not.